Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator. Are you thinking about doing a M16A1 clone? Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. It looks pretty good. This is a Colt upper, and I've got some other things I want to share with you. I've got some of these spare parts. I want to share with you the condition on them and where I'm getting them from. I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts on M16A1 clones, so yeah, stick around. All right, so let's just start with the upper here. That is an upper that I got at a gun show recently, and it has the 3-prong flash hider on the front. It's got the pencil barrel, and this is a legit Colt marked M16A1 upper, probably around from the 1970s. The handguards were a lot nicer than this, actually. But I wanted to match the handguards with the buttstock and pistol grip set that I got. So now let's talk about that. I went to Numeric, and you can find a whole stock set for 65 bucks, somewhere around 65 bucks. And you see, I really wanted that M16A1 style butt plate, so that's what they come with, the old M16A1 style buttstocks with the actual butt plate that does not have a cleaning kit hole. One thing I should mention about these buttstocks is the buffer tube doesn't exactly fit in there because the spray foam has warped over time, and I guess the elements and the heat have got to it. So I'm going to have to use a Dremel tool and probably maybe some kind of larger tool on the end of a drill bit, and just stick that in there and get rid of that. Maybe just crack it out with a flathead or something, pull it out. Might have to re-foam it with some spray foam. And I know there's a forum where I could find that information. I can't remember what it's called though. I'll try to see if I can link it or put something in I'll try to title it on screen here. But yeah, this one's not too bad. The other one here has like this big like lump in the middle there. So yeah, that's the condition of these buttstocks here. As you can see, the handguards though, you just clean that up and you'll be fine. Not too bad. There's no cracks. I don't know if I just got fortunate on these ones or whatnot, but those handguards are pretty good once you clean them up. So as far as the stock set goes, that's what it looks like when you open the box. You're like, oh, that's nasty, that's cruddy, it's dirty, and that's pretty much what what's gonna look like after you clean it up. It's gonna look shiny, black. Essentially what I use is a combination of things to clean them up. The first thing I did was I used some dishwash detergent. Well, I used some like essentially dish soap and water to kind of clean up the outside, get that initial dirt off. And then I just kind of put a nice coat of CLP over the plastic to kind of give it that sheen. And when we were in the military, that's what we used to clean the plastic on our rifles. They said, yeah, just use CLP to clean the plastic as well. So toothbrush, CLP definitely did the trick. And you can see the difference, is before, nasty looking, and after. I mean, it's a bigger difference. So I think it's going to look good on this M16A1 clone kit. Receiver here, lower style. It's just an Anderson. But it's mil spec, not entirely to M16A1 spec. So definitely want to wait around and see when Brownells comes back out with their M16A1 retro lowers again. And I definitely want to snag one of those up. Magazine I got from a surplus store. I don't remember how much I got that for. It's probably like 20 bucks, maybe 10 to 20 bucks. The buffer kit I got from US Collectors Ordnance. And that was around 55, 60 bucks, something like that. So not too shabby. So in total, I spent around 1,300 bucks so far. I did opt for a nickel boron style, a nickel boron bolt. There it is, nickel boron bolts. Kind of looks like the earlier M16 and M16A1 style bolts that were not black. So that's why I kind of went for the nickel boron. As far as any other uppers or spare parts kits that you can get out there, I know What a Country just got a bunch of stuff in. You're gonna Have some problems trying to find a pencil barrel though, because haven't been able to find very many of those. A lot of places are out of stock. So, you know, I guess this is very popular, and a lot of companies are backlogged. Nodak Spud, actually, I think an entity of Palmetto State Armory bought them out recently, and now they are Harrington and Richardson. They are also supposed to be making a new line of retro kits, and I'm sure they will provide Brownells, and you'll probably see them on Palmetto State Armory as well. Now, don't quote me on that because that's just my guess. But as far as other parts places go, I mean, I think if you just search the internet, you'll be able to find some more. There's a lot of other websites that do have them. I think AR15parts.com had some, and you know, maybe it was AR15 Sport. As far as lowers go, retro lowers, there are some other websites too that have the retro M16 style lowers, but they're out of stock as well. So might as well just wait for Brownells. I think AR15 Sport did have the retro lowers, and I'll try to see if I can put the words on the screen, but I can't remember what it's called, but it's Mill Int Co. or something. They also make retro M16 lowers, M16A1 and M16 lowers. So, but yeah, that's what I got so far. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you going to be working on an M16A1 clone in the future? Are you planning to work on one? Are they too expensive? Or are they just the spare parts that you can get out there are just too much for you? These things, you know, the M16A1 was around for a little while, and there's probably a lot of them floating out there, but when they come back into the country, they could come back as parts. So is it worth it, you know? If you like this kind of content, be sure to pulverize that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. Also share this video with your compadres who might be interested in something like an M16A1 clone. Well, as always like to say, be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.